Yo, 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 what's up, everyone on the channel? I'm back, and today I think I'm going to talk about the gym versus. Well, I'll start y'all out with a story. I'm sure if you follow me on Snapchat or social media or whatever, you know that, or if you just know me as a person, you know that I love running. And it's almost so, so much running that it's become like one of my passions or something that I love to do. And at any moment, sometimes at any moment, I'm like, man, I really want to go running. Or while I'm running, I'm like, even though I'm dead tired from running, I'm like, oh, I want to do more running. I don't know, I just like running. Um, though ever since I started going back to the gym, which I started about a week and a half ago, I've been trying to do other exercise besides just running. I still run, and I was at the gym the other day, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just run 2.5 miles. But I get to 2.5 miles and I'm like, man, I'll just go to 2.75 miles. And I'm at 2.75. I'm like, you know what? I'll just go to 3 miles. So I go to 3 miles and then I stop. And I'm like, you know, that's what I'm talking about when I say that I love running. It's like I say I'm only going to run this much or run that much, but I end up running more, which isn't a bad thing because at the end of the day, my body will thank me, but maybe my legs won't in the future. Keep touching myself, and I know I shouldn't, but oh well. Excuse me. But lately, I've been picking up other workouts, like upper body workouts. Sometimes I just like doing the basic workouts like push ups or planks or, simple stuff. Because you never can go wrong with simple stuff. As long as you do it with correct form and, maintain a routine. Or sometimes you can just switch it up. Sometimes I just switch it up after I'm done running. Um, so I noticed that I wanted to talk about like running outside versus running in a gym. I will say that there is a major difference. Running outside, which is, the major difference is pretty obvious. One is outside, one is inside, but, anybody can tell the difference because running outside is a lot different due to weather, elevation change, breathing control can come into play um, if you have like allergic, if you're allergic outside, it may be better for you to be inside a facility. There's just different pros and cons with running outside versus running inside. I've actually noticed that running outside has helped me. I mean, I ran outside for like 2 to 3 months, and it's helped me with different attributes as far as my breathing control. Like I've been able to uh, breathe better when there's like running up a hill and then learning how to run slow down a hill, or after I'd sprint, run like at a steady pace and just slowly regenerate myself so I can run at a more normal pace instead of running at a slow pace. But see, like, this is where the advantage comes at the gym is you can change the elevation instantly and you can change how many miles per hour you want to run. So normally I run about, I think I start out at 3 miles so I can do walking for like 5-10 minutes so I get, just a little bit of warm up. And then when I start running, I'll probably start running at 6, and then I'll go up to 6.5, or sometimes I'll even go up to 7.5 or 8. And then when I get tired, or when I'm starting to notice that I can't keep up, I'll go down to like around 5.7, and then I'll run that pace for 5-6 minutes, and then I'll go back up to like 7, run that for a few minutes, and then go back down, and then go back up. Sometimes I change the elevation just to more stimulate what it would. Nothing is going to change like running up a hill and outside, but I try to somewhat make it a little bit harder for myself just to gain more momentum while I'm running, or just gain muscle or whatever. I mean, one thing is about running is it's not for me, it's helped me slim down a lot. I'm sure you've noticed if you go through all my videos, you probably have noticed that my face and my body, I mean, you really only see like my face here. You don't really see the rest of my body unless you follow me on social media. But even then, I don't really post that because I'm not going to post that kind of stuff. It's inappropriate. It's not that I'm not comfortable. It's just I don't really see myself posting that kind of stuff because that's just not who I am. I'm not like a prideful person like that. I'm prideful about myself and I'm confident about myself, but I'm not gonna do that. Anyway, that's a whole nother video. But running inside, it's you have air conditioning constantly in your face. That's why I feel like I've been able to run even longer. I mean, I feel like if I went to the normal park I go to, I could probably run 3 miles, but I could, like right now it's like in the 60s, and at the gym it's at like 70, and the airflow is just constant. Even when you're like pretty tired, you still get that constant airflow, so you don't have to worry about or constant air conditioning. So it's not like at the gym, like outside. I meant to say it's not like outside where you have a rush of wind pass by, a breeze, which does feel good, and then it goes away, and then you have the sun just draining on you. Oh, I mean, I've run around this city before, and I've had the sun just draining on me, and it just like takes the energy right out of you. But at the gym, you don't have that. You have LED lights, which don't do anything except blind you, which you're not really looking up. I mean, I hope if you're looking up, you're not looking up at the lights, you're looking up at like the TV that's in front of you or something. You just imagine looking at somebody and they're just staring at the light while they run. I mean, I don't know. There's always some wacko people at the gym, no matter what gym you go to. I'm sure you've seen all the crazy stuff that people do on social media. I mean, I've never experienced it myself, but maybe it's out there, and maybe it's even at my gym. But another disadvantage about outside, which can be an advantage if depending on how you look at it, is rain. Now, I've actually run in the rain, and I ran at like I think at one point that was my highest running. I ran like 2.5 to 2.75 miles, and it was raining outside, but it was light rain, and then it ended up getting to heavy, and then it went back to light. But I didn't, and it was at the park I went to, and I didn't care because I was like, it just feels so good, and when you're burning up and you're sweating, the rain can push a lot of people to not want to go outside and run. It can, it delays things that are usually activities that are usually outside. And that's where, if it's pouring down rain, obviously I'm not going to go running, but since I have the gym open now, I can just go to the gym. And before I say it, my gym does have a mask policy, but I don't wear one at the gym because there's no way that I'm going to be running 3 miles with a mask on, or even a mask down here, because right here, so much sweat buildup happens right here that it just drenches the mask, and it's like the mask is pointless at that point. I'm not going to have a sweaty mask right here that's full of sweat and oils from my skin right back on my face, because that's how I've broken out, is by all the oils from my face and reusing the mask. And now I'm more consciously aware of that, and I'm trying to use the disposable mask once, or wash the cloth mask I have. But I asked one of the employees, I said, I see on the front of the door that y'all have you have a sign that says that you have to wear a mask except for when you're going from one machine to the next. Or no, I'm sorry, I got that mixed up. When you're going from one machine to the next, you have to wear the mask. Have to, because they're not really enforcing it. I'll get to that in a second, but technically you're supposed to wear the mask going from one machine to the next, and then you can take it off or put it down or whatever while you're actively working out, because that's a lawsuit waiting to happen if they forced everyone to wear it while they worked out. I don't see how people can do it. I can't do it because I'll hyperventilate. And then I went up and I asked her about that, and she wasn't wearing a mask at all, and she was actually off the clock, so she doesn't technically have to. But I asked her and I said, are y'all like enforcing people to wear the mask? And she's like, well, the company doesn't want us to confront people about the mask. And there's some people that don't want to wear it. And actually most people, 90% of people in there don't wear it. Even the employees, I've seen them pull it down. I mean, no one cares. I mean, COVID is real. I will say that COVID is real. And I don't want it because I don't want the flu and steroids, but our immunity is the biggest thing that we have going for us. But anyway, that is a whole different conversation that I've already talked about. Pretty sure. But when and she said, if you don't want to wear it, you don't have to. I mean, the employees are not going to say anything to you because they don't want confrontations. And then, she said, we don't say anything at all. So I was just like, okay, well, I'm not even going to wear it because why am I going to wear something that I don't technically have to wear? Especially when I'm sweating, and that could potentially, I've had asthma strikes in the past, so I'm not going to push that by wearing a mask and having myself, can't breathe because of it. But anyway, yeah, those are just my things that I see running outside versus running inside. I definitely say that there are advantages and disadvantages to both, but I mean, I do like running outside because you get to see the scenery. You're not just running in a constant place, and you get to enjoy, just the scenic views of everywhere. The views. Some views in this state are just, man, they're so beautiful. But there is a disadvantage, if you're running in a park or in a public area, there's a possibility, unless you're in just a desolate area, there is a possibility that you could run over someone by them not, trying to get out of the way because they see you coming, and then they go the wrong way, and then you run over them. And it's like, in the gym, you don't have to worry about that. The only thing you have to worry about in the gym is just people staring at you, which is, to me, it's annoying, but I don't really care because I'm just so used to doing my own thing when I work out. You're there for one purpose, and essentially you're there for the gym or whenever you work out, you are there for yourself to make yourself better or more toned or slim or whatever you have to do, or just motivation, just the drive, or just, something to a stress reliever. When you go work out, it's all about you and nobody else, unless you're just going to the gym to hang out with friends or barely even work out. I just don't like people that, I've seen people that do this at parks. They'll go to the park and then they'll have workout clothes on, but they're not even running or doing anything. They're just walking around with workout clothes on just to get attention and grab attention. And I'm like, why are you doing this? If you're gonna act like you're gonna work out, then work out. To me, it's I will sweat myself. I will sweat. I look like a red tomato when I sweat. Literally, I sweat my booty off, because to me it's if you don't sweat, did you really work out? If you don't sweat, did you really work out? Because maybe I just have a high tolerance to sweat, or no, a low tolerance. I have a low tolerance to sweat because I sweat so much. I don't know. I like to work out, and I've noticed that it's starting to change the way I look. And anyway, that is it for this video. I'm surprised I was able to go as much as I could, with as much detail as I could. I could have gone in more detail, but it's blah. There's only so much you can really talk about that somebody will be interested in. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, it's congratulations, because most people cannot make it past 5 minutes of a video. They see a video, it's 15 minutes long, they're like, oh no, I gotta watch all this. But for me, I watch videos that are 30 minutes long or an hour long. It depends on how much you enjoy watching that person. For me, a shout out to Unbox Therapy. He's no way sponsored this video, but shout out to him because His podcast and videos and stuff like that, I watch and listen to him for like up to an hour. Like the Rad Brad, shout out to him. He doesn't sponsor this video either. He posts video game stuff that are over an hour long, and I watch it because it's interesting. It's so weird. I'd rather watch somebody play a popular video game and a story than play it myself, because you get the interaction of that person because you like that person or you just enjoy their content. So it's just kind of weird how that works. I mean, I still love video games. And don't get me wrong. I just bought the new Assassin's Creed and the new Call of Duty. So, by the way, they do not sponsor this video either. I have to say that. Reliability. So YouTube doesn't be like, oh, that's a liability. We're going to take that video down. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I'll catch y'all in the next video, maybe in the next few days, or maybe even next week, or maybe even next year. Or anyway, see you later. Have a good day. Have a blessed day, is what I like to say.